Welcome back to Flat Hats at Home, bringing a little bit of Redwood National and State Parks to you and your home. I'm Ranger Brad, and today we're talking about a class of plants that have been around for millions of years and have a very unusual way of reproducing. Welcome to the wonderful world of ferns. Take it away, Ranger Rachel.
Thanks, Ranger Brad. Hi everyone, I'm Ranger Rachel. Visitors to Redwood National and State Parks can't help but marvel at the height of the giant coast redwood trees. They're the tallest trees in the world, taller than the Statue of Liberty. Sitting around the feet of these giants is another amazing plant of the redwood forest, ferns. Redwood National and State Parks is home to many different types of ferns. Have you ever seen a fern flower or fern seeds? Probably not, because unlike trees, ferns do not make flowers or seeds to reproduce. Ferns are such an ancient group of plants, they evolved before seed-bearing plants. Ferns first appeared in the fossil record about 360 million years ago. This means that ferns are one of the oldest forms of life on Earth. Many of the ferns we see today around Redwood National and State Parks evolved in the early Cretaceous period, about 145 million years ago. Dinosaurs frolicked among the ancestors of today's ferns, and they were an important part of many large plant-eating dinosaur diets. So if ferns don't produce seeds, how do they reproduce? For many ferns, it's a two-step process. The first step is producing spores. Spores are found on the underside of a frond, or the green leafy part of a fern. Spores are then transported by wind or water, and if it reaches a suitable place, it grows into a tiny plant called a gametophyte. The tiny gametophyte produces sex cells, which fertilize and produces a plant called a sporophyte. The plant you probably picture when you think of ferns is the sporophyte plant. The sporophyte then produces spores, and the whole process starts over again. Ferns don't just grow on the forest floor. If spores are carried by the wind, they can grow in a variety of places, on fallen logs, and even on redwood trees themselves. These ferns don't harm the trees, but they provide places for animals like the wandering salamander to live high above the forest floor. Ferns that grow on the ground are important too. They provide shade that keeps the ground moist for forest animals like banana slugs. Ferns are a beautiful and important part of a healthy redwood ecosystem.
Thanks for sharing those fascinating fern facts with us. I, for one, will never look at a fern the same way again. If you have any questions about ferns, drop them in the comments below. Next time, Ranger Melissa is going to give us some wildlife viewing safety tips through the power of song. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Flat Hats at Home, bringing a little bit of our home to yours.
If you enjoyed this video, give us a like or maybe even give us a share. Redwood National and State Parks is committed to bringing as much of our park to your home as we can during this unprecedented time. So please stay healthy and stay safe.